Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome here at Crypto Hash Review, where we educate and disseminate information about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency from a Muslim perspective. And here we're having a deeper dive into wallets and what are wallets and how to use them. Now, first and foremost, the first thing we need to convey is that there's a lot of skeuomorphism going on when it comes to Bitcoin. Skeuomorphism basically means when you use names and terminologies from an older technology to try and explain a current technology. So when we say a Bitcoin wallet, there are no wallets and there's no Bitcoin in that wallet. This is just a way to convey that understanding to a user that you have money, which is Bitcoin, and you put it in your wallet, which is the app. That's not actually what's happening. Bitcoin wallets, all they do is that they house your private keys. So you would load your private keys into the Bitcoin wallet, and then your wallet would ask the network, ask the internet, the Bitcoin network, how much money does this wallet have? And the information it would receive from the network are a list of all the transactions that this wallet has received and all the transactions that this wallet has sent. And then the wallet itself would calculate how much you currently have. So if you received 10 and you spent 5, therefore it would say you have 5 Bitcoin because it did the maths. So that's all the wallet does. There are no Bitcoins in your wallet. Bitcoins will only ever be in the Bitcoin network in the public ledger. Also, wallets, they help you form transactions to send, and they help you receive transactions by giving your customer or your person who's going to send you Bitcoin, give you the next address. So that's how it is. Let's quickly go to the App Store, and we're going to quickly search for Bitcoin wallet, and you're going to be overwhelmed with a whole long list of Bitcoin wallets. So you've got Coinbase, which is the most famous one. You've got things like Exodus is a good one. You've got BitPay, which is a classic old one. You've got Green Wallet, is another one. So you've got all these wallets that exist, and some of the wallets are Bitcoin only, and some wallets allow you to have Bitcoin as well as other cryptocurrencies like Coinomi allows you to have quite a few wallets. So the point is, with Bitcoin, we want to focus only on Bitcoin, and we want to make it as smooth and as easy as possible for the user. Hence why we always recommend Blue Wallet, because it's one of the most easiest wallets to use, and because the application is open source. What that means is the security or the code behind this application that is used to make this application is readily available. Anyone can just go to the website GitHub and just look at the code, download the code, analyze, are there any hacks in it, are there anything dubious that's inside it. You can do that via just looking at the code on this, because it's open source. And if you're a programmer, you can even add new features to the wallet because it's open to anyone to contribute. So this is effectively why one of the two reasons why I prefer or recommend people to use Blue Wallet. Let's open that one up, and you're gonna have here, we're gonna see the Blue Wallet. Now, at the moment it's empty, nothing's in there. And before we do anything in terms of making a wallet, I want to quickly go to the settings and just briefly explain some of the settings you see there. So general, what you want to have, I'm going to turn on advanced mode. You might not want to, you don't have to have advanced mode, but I'm going to explain to you why you need to have that, why you may want to have advanced mode. Continuity just basically means if you have more than one phone or a phone and an iPad, you can have your wallets synchronized through different apps. Currency, you choose the currency you want to display your amount. Language, the language of the application itself. Security, now biometric, I'm going to turn on Face ID, and the reason being is that if someone was to open this application, as in if they found my iPad unlocked and they ran away and then they went to Blue Wallet, effectively if there's no Face ID, they can just load the application without anything stopping them, and they can send funds if they wanted to without me even being there. So I want to put it in the case that before, when you open the app, if you want to send funds, it will have to ask for your Face ID. You could do one with fingerprint, have to have your fingerprint or whatever the security measure is on your phone. But that's definitely a good thing to have, especially for those odd people out there who have no security on their phone. They have no passcode to get into your phone. You just literally open it and it's there, which some people do have, funnily enough. Storage, that basically means that when you have your private keys on the app, do you want to encrypt that information? That's all it is. So I'll put in the word test. Yes, verify. Actually, I wrote in, I didn't write S, but anyway, whatever. So that's, actually, let me do it properly. So they're gonna ask me to, yeah, I wrote it wrong for some strange reason. I don't know why. I knew I wrote it wrong. So security. So TEST. I wrote TEAT. I don't know why. And that's now encrypted. There is something here called plausible deniability. That's something we're going to discuss another time. Network basically means it allows you to connect this wallet directly to your own node, if you may have it in your own home. We're going to talk about having your own node or running your own node in another time. But basically, that means that you have your own copy of the whole Bitcoin blockchain, which allows you to speak directly to your own node as opposed to speaking to someone else's node. Lightning, broadcast, something else, don't worry about it. Network, notifications is what it is. Privacy, all it means is that you have the option to scan your clipboard on your phone or your iPad. So if you've copied someone else's address, when you open the app, it will notice, oh, he's got a Bitcoin address. Do you want to send money to that address? It's something that's a bit of convenience. You don't have to worry about it. And then now we're going to make a new wallet. And we're going to call this wallet Long Wallet. It doesn't matter what you call it, but I'm going to call it Long Wallet for myself. And I'm going to choose Bitcoin. And we're going to see here, because I chose advanced mode in the settings, it's going to be 3 options. Native Segwit, and HD Segwit. Anyway, the Bitcoin throughout its history has had 3 different types of addresses. The very first address that Satoshi Nakamoto had began with the number 1. That was basically the sign that this is a Bitcoin address from the legacy old days. Then they upgraded it to allow some functionality, and then those addresses began with number 3. So you had the first one that began at number 1. Part 2, or the upgrade, came with addresses beginning number 3, and the most recent upgrade, which happened in 2017, has addresses that begin in BC1. BC1, i.e. Bitcoin 1. And main feature that you need to worry about in that upgrade is that it gave you cheaper transactions. So rather than paying, let's just say 40p, maybe you pay 20p or whatever the case may be. So you'd actually pay less for your transactions, which is a bonus, obviously. There's a thing here called entropy. We're going to deal with it in another separate video. And create. And as you know already, it gives you your private keys. This is randomly generated by the system. And you'd write down these 12 words, or sometimes 24 words. That allows you to restore your wallet from this backup if you ever was to lose your iPad or your phone was to break. You don't need it to send and receive Bitcoin. But like I said, if you lose access to this wallet here, then this will allow you to restore from backup. So you need it as a good backup. You don't need it to transact. So yeah, I wrote it down. I mean, I haven't, but I'm gonna say I wrote it down. Now, before I go into the I go into the wallet now. We see here receive and send. Before we go into that, I want to quickly tap at the top here, settings. And it's the settings of the wallet. The first settings was of the whole app. This is now the settings of this specific wallet. And from here, if I go to export and backup, I get now a look at the private keys. So this is now the private keys I have here. And also I can scan it. So if you have your blue wallet right now, you can actually scan this and load this in your own wallet if you wanted to. It might be a good exercise actually. Scan this, make a new wallet. What you do is you go to add and import from backup and scan this, and you can load this wallet onto your own blue wallet, but don't use it. Just load and delete. Then you have Xpub, Marketplace, Broadcast, there's other things, but don't worry about that for now. So receive. Now, as you can see, we have a QR code for anyone who wants to send you Bitcoin. They literally just scan this, and they can now send Bitcoin to that address. You can scan it at home if you wanted to, and it will give you effectively the address underneath, which has BC1. Now, as we mentioned before, BC1 effectively is the SegWit address. This is the SegWit, or the most recent address, BC1. So it basically means if I was to send money from this address, I will get cheaper transactions. But what I also could do specifically is I could make it specific. I could say I want 5 Bitcoin. May Allah give me 5 Bitcoin one day, inshallah. So I mean, and you can add a description. I wish I had this amount one day. That'd be epic. And create. So now what has happened now is that it's giving me a longer piece of information here in the middle. And if you look at it carefully, you can read it. It has Bitcoin colon. So it's telling your computer this is Bitcoin information. Then it has BC1QQ4. So you can see here that already that's the address, BC1, blah, 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 blah. But if you look in the middle, it has question mark amount equals 5. So it's telling the system, when you want to send money to this Bitcoin address, send 5 Bitcoin to this address. It has and label, and it has I wish I blah, blah, blah. So all of this information is basically, if I copy that, press tap it and I copy that, this can be used to, if you set the text message that to someone, emailed it to someone, whatever, use smoke signals. Once they have this information, they now can go to their own wallet, press send, go to address, press paste, and automatically now all the information that you have there is automatically grabbed and imported in. So you can see at the top, it wants to send 5 Bitcoin. It has the address and it has the note that I added there myself. All that's left for me to do is choose the amount I want to spend to the miners as a network fee, as a fee for the work they're going to do. If I don't mind how long it takes to send, I'll just do fast. And that's 95 satoshis per byte. If I don't mind waiting a few hours, I can do 71 satoshis per byte. And if I don't mind waiting a day or two, I can do 15 satoshis per byte. You just choose what you want to do at the end of the day. You can even custom and then you use 1, for example. You can do the lowest you can fee, 1 satoshi per byte, which is like a couple of pence. Now, be aware of, or be wary of using 1 satoshi or something low like this, because if the network is really congested, like now when the Bitcoin price is going up, if it's really congested and it stays in the network for like 2 weeks, if it ever stays in the network for 2 weeks, then it could get dropped as a transaction. So try not to use such a low amount unless you're confident that the network is not too congested. Anyway, and if I tap on the 3 dots at the top, it gives me some options. I could use full balance. So if I have some Bitcoin like 0.1258239, whatever, and I don't want to type all that stuff, I just press use the whole thing. Use everything in the wallet. That's what I want to do. Allow bump fee. Basically what that means is that if I send a transaction with a low fee, so I think I know even Andreas Antonopoulos, he mentioned that he always sends a low fee, but he adds this bump option so that if he decides he wants to do quickly for whatever reason, then he'll bump the fee up to a higher fee, but he'll never initially put fast. He'll always put a low fee and then allow bumping. So that all bumping means that you can allow you to add additional fees if you're in a rush after you sent it. Add recipient is a good one. That means that in one transaction, you can send 1 Bitcoin to multiple locations. So if you have 1 Bitcoin that you're sending, you can send 0.5 to your mom, 0.125 to your wife, 0.2 to your daughter, and 0.05 to the electricity bill. And you can do all that in one transaction. Just add recipient, put their address and the amount, then add recipient, put the address and the amount, and you can cascade more than 1 recipient and then press send. I don't think there's really a limit. I'm sure there must be some kind of technical limit, but I've seen transactions on the blockchain that have like up to 100 different recipients. That's like exchanges. So what exchanges do, if you have money in an exchange and you withdraw, you and I'm sure hundreds of others are withdrawing. So what they do is they batch it together in one transaction and send it out in one transaction to everyone at once. So if you see a transaction on the network from an exchange, generally that's what you'd see. You see that they're spending 1 Bitcoin, and on the other end, you have 100 and odd people receiving their fractions of Bitcoin. Then you have remove, it is what it is. Coin control and sign the transaction are things a bit more technical from this video. We're just going to cover just the basics, and then we press send. And because I haven't got that amount of money in this wallet, it says I can't do it. But that's effectively how a bit of a deeper dive into a Bitcoin wallet. I'm now going to press delete. And once I press delete, then this wallet is gone from this wallet. And because I didn't write down the seed, I technically can't restore because I haven't got it. Now, obviously, I've recorded my screen and you're going to see it yourself so that you can actually see the seed. But imagine I didn't have the seed written down and I just deleted it. Then if I had Bitcoin in it, then I've just given sadaqah to the network, it's gone. Khalas. So this is a bit of a deeper dive into wallets and specifically the blue wallet. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments section below. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Press the bell button. And if you want to want us to give you a call or shout out, you can contact us on our website, Crypto Hash Review. You can book yourself a call, and may Allah give you plenty of Bitcoin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.